Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. We're going to get started. I'm going to kind of go a little fast here. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Rahman Maliki Yawm Ad-Din. Yagana Mulwa Yagana Al-Din. Nazir Dal Mulkin. Zir Dal Al-Din. And Al-Din. Yagana Mulki Al-Din. What I'm going to get ready to do maybe in the next few days, I'm going to start a series. But I got to get a platform and figure out how to do it. But this is going to be fee-based. And it's going to be on prosperity. It may take 2 weeks to go through this. But I'm going to give you all a basis today on what it's going to entail when you're speaking on this prosperity. You're going to know the foundation of spiritual substance based on the universe. You're going to understand the spiritual mind, the omnipresent, principle of prosperity. Then you're really going to understand faith in the invisible substance. And that's the key to the demonstration. I got one of my disciples on here. She know that faith thing. Then you're going to know that man is the inlet and the outlet of the divine mind. Then you're going to know the laws that govern the manifesting of supply. Then you're going to learn the wealth of mind express itself in riches. Then you're going to know that God has provided prosperity for every home. And God will pay your debt. Tithing, but we're not going to use the word tithing. We're going to use charity. And once we get to that section, that's going to be very important because you got to understand how money flows back to you. Which I give you a little glimpse of that. When people ask for love offering, love donation, you got to know that money that you give represents the sweat. This one here is shaky before. The harder the better. They understand. I got a friend in Senegal right now. And I'm trying to somehow bring him on here to do a talk on the sweat that comes from you. That sweat that comes from you, that's the work that is being done. When that sweat drops the ground, that comes from the hard work and the devotion that you have done because you're doing everything for Allah. You're doing everything for God. So when you pay your bills or give a donation, you giving yourself. You giving a piece of yourself because you had to earn that money that you're giving. And when you earn that, the only person you can give to is yourself. When you want to stop receiving, you stop giving. We're going to stop using the word money. We're going to use the word currency. Because money is an energy. It's a current. So currency flows. Just to give you one secret right now. Money is not to be spent. We got to stop using that word saying, oh, I'm going to go and spend money. Money is to be circulated. When money is circulated and you having the intent that the money is being circulated, it's going to come back to you. We have never been taught, I guess, the spirit and really the essence, of money. No one calls money money, but people really here in the U.S., most people know that money is currency. That's why they call it currency, because it flows. And everything that you give from your heart and you give in the name of God, it flows back to you, not your tithe. Now, I don't care nothing about no tithe. That's just some church stuff. They're 10%. God wants 10% of your time. God wants your will to be his will. What God look like having money? He doesn't need it. The only thing God doesn't have is you. All I want you to dedicate that to him. Okay, man, I'm going to take 10% of my time today and I'm going to thank God. I'm going to praise God. That's what God wants. He don't want no, he don't need no money. But if we know that Allah is the only existence and the only reality, so everybody that we see is Allah, you take what you have been blessed with and you share it with your fellow man. Feed the homeless. I keep telling you all this over and over and over and over and over and over again. I saw an angel, and I keep telling you all this story. I saw an angel maybe about 2 months ago. The guy was, on the interstate on the bridge, asking for food. So I pulled over. I said, man, are you really gonna get something to eat if I give you this money? He said, man, I don't tell you how serious I am. He said, you don't have to give me no money. He said, go to the store and get me some bread, peanut butter, and jelly. I said, okay, man. I said, I'll go get it, but I had to do something else. I said, it's going to take me about 30 or 40 minutes, but actually it took me about an hour. So when I came back, I saw the guy. He said, man, I thought you weren't going to come. The guy lit up like a light bulb. He reached his hand in the car. I was just getting ready to tell him, okay, brother, I'm going to pray for you. He reached his hand in the car and he told me his name. As soon as our hand touched, I was praying in Arabic, and this brother was praying to me in tongues. I said, this got to be an angel. The guy walked away, and the guy was bouncing, man. That's how happy he was. That's how full of the spirit he was. And I'm looking at the glow of this guy. So these homeless people that you all see out there, so-called homeless, y'all got to understand what it means by the beggar kings. It said that you will have the angels on every corner. These are angels. Today, what the day? Today, Thursday. Monday, I was working on one of my house. I was sitting in the car. I was talking to a friend. Now this guy, this miles away from where this guy usually be. I only seen the guy once after that day. So I'm sitting in the car and the guy comes from out of nowhere. And I told my friend, I said, hold on, man. I said, I think this angel done appeared again. So I called the guy. I said, hey. So the dude looked at me. I said, you the angel that I saw a while back. The man said, yes, I am. The spirit of the man was so full of light and full of God. He was in like a panic kind of mode. I ain't going to tell you how much money I gave him. So I reached in my pocket. I gave him the money. The man just held his hands up and just said, hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. The man just started praising right there in the middle of the street. So as the man walked away, the man kept his hands up in the sky and just praising until he got out of my sight. So you don't know what you are doing when you help these people. You have food on your table. Feed someone who doesn't. Do it for the love of God, because if Allah is the only reality, that person that you see is Allah. So what you're doing is feeding Allah. That's the easiest way to prosperity, is to give. Y'all see these white churches, one thing they do is go and feed the homeless. They know something that you do not know. Feed the people. Feed the people. Feed the people. And there's so many of them out there now, it's ridiculous. We that have must share what we have. And there's going to be many more. Try to go and find these families who has children, because this fool talking about he finna cut 700,000 people off of food stamp. So we're going to have an epidemic right here in our own country. It's already here. We got to open our hearts up to prepare meals for these people. You know where some elderly people live. You know they already on a fixed income. Most of their money is going for medicine. Take these people a meal. Feed God. Feed Allah. So we got this spiritual substance. We want this to come from God, come from Allah. We don't want to go and ask no man for nothing. Because no one can give us anything but Allah. Divine mind is the one and only reality. And that's what your mind, you have a divine mind. That is the only reality. Spiritual discernment reveals that we are now in the dawn of a new era, that the old methods of supply and support are fast and passing away, and that the new methods are waiting to be brought forth. In the common commerce, man would not be a slave to money. And that's what they got us doing, running after all these material things. We're not going to do that. $50 who are them I will kill. Allah is sufficient for me. I depend on Allah. Humanity's daily needs will be met in ways that are not now thought practical. We shall serve for the joy of serving. I feel good when I help somebody and when I give. I'm glad that I'm able to do it. How can I help the poor if I'm one of them? I can't help them if I'm poor. So if you got sincerity in your heart to help people, Allah's going to bless you. He can't do but bless you. Because you're not just thinking of yourself. And prosperity will flow to us and through us in streams of plenty. For the joy of serving. I keep telling you all, I am a servant. All the prophets in the Bible say they are servants. No prophet said that he was a God. Even the one you all call Jesus, Esau, never said that he was the son of God. He said he was the son of man. You are not God. We are servants. We are here to serve. The supply and support that love and zeal was set in motion are not set largely used by man, but those who have tested their providing power are loud in their praise. The dynamic power of the supermind in man, which is Allah, has been sporadically displayed by men and women in every nation. It is usually connected with some religious rite. You're going to have to come up with a ritual. They don't give you any in Christianity. Look at every other religion. They have some kind of religious rite that brings them money. In which mystery and priestly authority prevails. See, it's a mystery in the rite. The so-called common herd are kept in darkness with respect to the source of the supermind, of the superhuman power of the occult of death and holy man. See, occult, that means secret. But they give you when these people come up, oh, this is an occult group. Yeah, it's an occult group because the man knows something that you don't know. And the man is trying to help the people. Why the heck do I think that, they didn't kill Jesus, but just say if they did. Why do you think they tried to kill the man? The man came in the name. I got a friend, he's a religious scholar. I was speaking to him yesterday, he brought this to my attention. Last book of the Old Testament is Malachi. When y'all read the Bible, they don't like when you get through with Malachi, the world came right back with Matthew. You had a time period. The time period from Malachi to the gospel, which is Jesus supposed to be the gospel of Jesus, it was 400 years. Isn't this sounding kind of familiar? The lost tribe of Israel, who brought over here in America, was what? 400 years. There was turmoil going on from the end of Malachi until Jesus came. God had to send a savior down here. Man, there's too much going on because everybody done forgot everything. Nobody knows the name. Man, where can I get help? It was silence during that time. Nobody was able to connect with God because everybody had went away from God. Keep telling you, Old Testament, New Testament. The word testament, tested means body. Meant means mind. So the Old Testament is the old body, old mind. New Testament, tested means body. Meant means mind. New body, new mind. So if this New Testament that came forth, it came what we call it the gospel of Jesus. We call Esau. If it's the gospel of Jesus, why would Jesus have to come? That's because during that 400 years from Malachi to Matthew, it was totally chaos, and God was not showing his face to the people because the people had went against God and started disobeying. So you got the people who controlling the world and everything, the scribes, the Sadducees, and the Pharisees. Them were the ones who was controlling it. They don't want to give up their power. So here one come in the name of the Father, talking about, oh, I'm your salvation, and I came in the name. Oh, man, we got to kill this joker here. This man messing up everything that we got. He going to wake the people up. So we're going to have to find a name. It's a new way of doing things. The 400 years of slavery is over, but they still trying to keep you in the darkness. You got to understand the mystery. Even Jesus, Esau said, you do not understand the mystery that I have to give you. We ain't talking about no religion. We ain't talking about no emotion. I don't care nothing about your emotions. I care about your inner self, your heart, your true self, your spiritual self. And we don't go begging. Oh, God, you just helped me this time. I'm not going to do that. Oh, God, you just give me some breakfast. Oh, I ain't got to worry about lunch. We don't do that. He said, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. And he said, all these things I will give you. We want it all. Because we are God's people. Moving right along. But they're going to keep you in darkness. Now, we have seen a green light and discovered physical science that the atom considered electronic energy whose mathematical arrangement determined the character of all fundamental elements in nature. It said, now that's coming from, I'm going to change it up. This coming from a white perspective, but they actually giving you the concept. He said it's coming from, y'all don't believe anything till your white man wrote. Dealing with the science. It said it's coming from a mathematical arrangement. What did I tell y'all? The world is mathematical. So you got to have a formula. Got to have these. Because you got to know the number count. What is the mathematical formula to get me out of poverty? What is the mindset to get me out of poverty? I ain't going to charge you all now. I'm going to set up a time when I start teaching this. It's going to take a while. We're going to go through this. I want everybody to be prosperous. I don't want to do it by myself. I want for my brother, man, what I want for me. So we're going to start this series on prosperity. Y'all give me a day or two. I'm going to set up a time. And we're going to get a prosperity mindset. We're not going to have a mind of limitation. We do not go to the Father with a limited mind. Do not limit the great one of Israel. They've been talking about limitation ever since the beginning of Jesus when he got ready to feed the people. His own disciples, I know you all not going to believe it because the disciples went against him. What a disciple. Hey, man, we ain't got enough food over here to feed these people, man. So should we tell the crowd to leave? Here go that limited mind again. No faith. Now you got to come like little children. He said, man, see the little boy over there? Tell that boy, bring that food over here to me. Little boy gonna get a whooping. She ain't finna. Mama done sent him to the store, especially back then. Folks ain't had no money. Now you finna take the food and give it to a stranger. But the little boy knew how to obey. Gave it up. I ain't even asked no question. Just, man, give it. Here you go. Man asked for it, I'm gonna give it to him. They still in disbelief. They don't believe nothing. And what did the one Jesus, Esau did? I keep telling y'all, Jesus is the spirit of Allah. Jesus is the spirit of Allah. He took it in his hand. He looked up, when he say he looked up to heaven, that don't really mean he looked up to the sky. He looked into the highest principle within himself. And he blessed it. But the basket never could get empty. That's the way your life's supposed to be. You're supposed to have a true overflow. But that true overflow is only going to come when you seek first the kingdom of heaven. See, you all trying to get the things first. It don't work that way. You got to seek the kingdom. And the kingdom is within. The kingdom is not at the church. The kingdom is not at the mosque. The kingdom is not at the temple. The kingdom is within. You got to know how to go inside to release the soul. Keep telling you, you come here as a spirit. Everything has a spirit. I'm going to keep telling you this until you get it in your head. The soul, the light of Allah, doesn't come into the child until about 130 days. So that's around about 4 months. So what's in the mother's womb is just a spirit. There is no life. You don't get the life till you get the soul. God take that little bit of light from himself and put it into the child. Now the child becomes a living soul. Now the child's goal in life is to take that light that is inside, because once he comes out into the physical world, he's going to be unaware of that light. So his goal in life is to take that light which is inside and make that light light up and take that light and give it back to where it came from. Now you got the unity, then it becomes one. It ain't no dang on three. Ain't no father, spirit, whatever crap they be saying. You don't even have a female in that equation. So how can you have anything without the woman? Now get out of this mad of these people. There's only one. Hear ye, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. That's in your book too, but you don't read that much. Because they keep hitting you with this Trinity. Ain't no Trinity. There's only one. La ilaha illallah. There is no God, no nothing but Allah. Everything else is an illusion. Allah is the only reality. That's it. One. Hear ye, O Israel, the Lord our God is two. Hear ye, O Israel, the Lord our God is three. Hear ye, O Israel, the Lord our God is four. It does not say that. Hear ye, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. And he said, hear ye, O Israel. He talking about you, the black man here in America. Because you are Israel. Wake up and be who you supposed to be. Stop trying to be someone else. You don't have a religion. You don't have a country. You don't have a language. I went over this the other day. The Chinese man got a Chinese name. Ask him where he from. He say he from China. Ask him what he speak. He say he speak Chinese. Japanese man, the same thing. He from Japan. He speak Japanese. You need to take an African. The African say, well, they from so-and-so. I speak Swahili. I speak this. I speak that. But he got a country. Ask him where he from. He from Africa. Take the Hispanic. Where you from? He from Mexico. What's your language? Spanish. Ask the white man, what's your name? John Smith. Where you from? England. What you speak? English. Now here comes the black man in America. What's your name? John Smith. Whoa. He don't look like that other John Smith. Where you from? I don't know where I'm from. What language you speak? English? Oh, so you from England? No, I ain't from England, but I speak English. But what's your country? I don't know. Oh, but the other white guy whose name was John Smith, he say he from England and his language is English. But you say you not from England, but your language is English. I get in the picture. Give him his language. If the name is not important, why I keep saying it? Why did they make Kunta Kinte change his name? If it's not important, if I make you change your name, I make you change your nature. If I make you change your nature, you don't know who the heck you are. You got to learn the names. The names. You got to speak your language. It is not English. We're going to leave it at that. Y'all give me a day or two to come up with a time. If y'all have some time that you all would like to try to start this class. And this class is free. I'll say that again. It's free. I may have to do it on a conference. No, I'll do it on Facebook. It's free. I ain't asking y'all for no money. We're going to start a prosperity class. May last 3-4 weeks. I don't know how long it's going to last. But I'm going to give y'all a way out. Because time's going to get very, very hard. Very, very difficult. Next year is going to be very strenuous on a lot of people. Whatever you learn from these classes, you go and share it with someone else. Whatever Allah bless you with, you go and bless someone else with. So we're going to leave it at that. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, Billah, Amin, Rahmanirrahim, Malika Yomadin, Yagna Buddha, Yagna Stain, and Nasirta, most of the kings, Serta, Athena, Dalahim, Gabriel, most of the Alahim, Alalin, Amin. Baka Shake Fall, Baka Shake Fall, Baka Shake Fall. Fall, God. Fall, God. fall, God. Jeff Fashion Salute, Jeff Fashion Salute, Jeff Fashion Salute. Amen. I'll see you all in the morning. Y'all just give me some time because I'm kind of flexible. I know a lot of people have to work, so I think it would have to be at night. So I guess inbox or whatever, a message and come up with some time, and then we'll move from there. Y'all who y'all can. The true and living God, the creator of all. I pray that you bless everyone that's in attendance with a pure heart, sincerity, in the best and the good of this world and the hereafter. By the blessing of your first creation, the light from yourself, Nur Muhammad, by the servitude, Sheikh Amadou Bama, Sheikh Iba Falls, Areen Salahus, Areen Fallow. Amen. I leave that on your heart.